you strong.
On Saturday, Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe agreed to provide 2 large patrol boats and loan up to 10 smaller patrol boats to the Philippines, a Japanese government spokesman said, as the two countries are embroiled in a territorial dispute with China. Abe and Philippine President Bongbong Marcos agreed in Vientiane to strengthen cooperation to ensure a peaceful resolution of the South China Sea dispute, said Japan's Deputy Chief Cabinet Secretary Koichi Hagiuda. China claims most of the South China Sea, through which more than $5 trillion in trade passes annually. Brunei, Malaysia, the Philippines, Taiwan and Vietnam have competing claims. Japan's relations with China have been damaged by a long-running territorial dispute over a group of small islands in the East China Sea. Japan has agreed to provide 10 smaller patrol boats to the Philippines. Based on the credit package and the number of Japanese patrol ships promised to help the Philippines, our ship capacity will be greater. The Philippine Department of Transportation and Communications, DOTC, announced that Japan has won the tender package for the production of 10 patrol boats under the Enhanced Maritime Security Guarantee of Southeast Asian nations. The above package will cost around $170 million United States dollars, namely around $170 million United States dollars from the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, and around $30 million United States dollars from matching funds from the Philippine government. In addition to plans to build new ships, this project also includes repair and upgrade processes, seafarer training, maritime transportation and marine insurance. Thus, each new Philippine patrol boat is worth nearly $20 million, and recently Japan will provide 2 large patrol boats and loan up to 10 smaller patrol boats to the Philippines. Philippine Coast Guard Chief Rear Admiral William Mellad said the 44-meter-long ship from Japan would be sent to sea to carry out patrols and law enforcement operations. This can be used for maritime security operations, but not for combat, said AD. Mellad told reporters. The boat will also be used for humanitarian work and disaster relief operations. Japan will supply 9 more ships under a soft loan agreement worth 7.3 billion pesos, $158 million. Mellad did not mention China, but its increasingly assertive claims in disputed South China Sea waters raise the Philippines' most pressing security concerns. China has dredged sand and built coral reefs to create 7 islands in the Spratly Archipelago, some of which have ports and air links. China says it has the right to do whatever it wants on its territory, and its aims are entirely peaceful, but an arbitration court in The Hague last month rejected China's historic claims to the South China Sea. China did not participate and refused to accept the July 12 decision of the Permanent Court of Arbitration. Japan and the Philippines are in talks over 2 large Coast Guard vessels and loaning up to 10 smaller patrol vessels to the Philippines. Japan also improved ties with the Philippines, pledging to help strengthen its Coast Guard with training, ships and other equipment. Philippine Coast Guard spokesman Commander Armand Balilo said the force would expand in the next 2 years by recruiting 6,000 additional personnel and acquiring more ships and aircraft from the United States to protect the country's exclusive economic zone. Aiming to contain China's unilateral advances in the South China Sea, Japan has decided to provide 2 large patrol ships to the Philippines to help strengthen the country's maritime security capabilities. Japan will provide a 90-meter, 295-foot patrol boat, the largest Japan has ever provided to another country. Prime Minister Shinzo Abe announced plans to provide patrol boats to the Philippines during his first talks with Philippine President Bongbong Marcos. According to a Japanese government official, Japan will provide yen loans to the Philippines as part of its official development assistance. The funds raised will be used to build 2 patrol boats in Japan, which will be handed over to the Philippine Coast Guard. Japan has decided to provide 10 40-meter patrol boats to the Philippines and has started sending some of them. This will be the first time Japan has provided a large patrol vessel to its country. During talks with Abe in November last year, then Philippine President Benigno Aquino asked Japan to provide large patrol boats. Abe told Aquino that Japan would discuss the issue. Large patrol boats have thick armor to protect against shell attacks and are therefore likely to be considered weapons. The Japanese government plans to maintain cooperation with Bongbong Marcos on the South China Sea issue, as it did under former President Aquino's administration.